What's up, everybody? We're here at From Heroes to Icons. I'm your host with the most, Jason, and today we're going to talk about what comics to grade and where to grade them at. And, they talk about the grading companies and slabbing and all of this other stuff, which I really have no real idea about. But I got a couple of slabs here. I'm going to show them to you, and I have a little short box full of books. Maybe I'll show them all to you, maybe not. And we're going to talk about this grading dilemma. And I have submitted books to PGX and CBCS, and I have yet to submit any books to CGC, but I do have a CGC book that I won from Sales to Astonish on Instagram. Excuse me. And I like them all, to tell you the truth. I don't really have a preference for any of them. I mean, the current slab for CGC is astounding. But I really don't have a preference for any of them. The only hang-up that I have is that CBCS takes 4 to 5 months for you to get your book back. But aside from that, the slab is nice, the label and all that is good or whatever. But from PGX, this is one of the books that I got. Fantastic Four 244. I bought it raw as an I-know and got it graded. And I'm a John Byrne fanatic, as you all know. And, it has like these little pressure marks on the side of the slab, which I think they have like the slabs put together, and then after, before they crack them off. That's the only thing that's really aggravating about it. But obviously no one's looking at the side of the slab. But it's a really good looking book. If I just lay that right there. And I got I guess it would be considered a grail or whatever you want. And I got this from CBCS, Marvel Premiere 15, the first appearance of Iron Fist. And it was never pressed nor cleaned. Got it out of somebody's front yard for like $0.25. So once I found out what it was, I was like, why not? And it took, I think I sent it off in November of last year. And I didn't get it back until like almost March. It was ridiculous. But they're pretty good too. And I have this here that I won from Sales to Astonish, Daredevil 184, excuse me. And this thing is just, I see why people talk about CGC all the time. This thing is mint. And, I wanted to submit some books. I really didn't know, who to send them to. And there's a new company, EGS, that Reggie Simmons spoke about. And, they do pretty good work. Harsh graders, though. So I'm going to throw up here a couple of books that I want graded, thinking about having graded. And a lot of them either have to go to PGX or CBCS just because of the fact that they're signed and you want recognition for the signature that was on it. Some of these books you probably have seen before, and one of them is Negation #1. You're like, why would you get that signed? The book's not worth, the price of tea in China. But it's one of my favorites, and it's signed by Paul Pelletier and Tony Bernard. And I was just going to send it to PGX. CBCS charges an arm and a leg. And I was there. I got the pictures to prove it. I know it. So, there's nothing to really prove. But this one here, this Fantastic Four 121, I got off of eBay for like $13 with another book. And it's not in the most pristine condition. But I spoke to the seller and he had no clue. This looked like Stan Lee's signature right here. So I would definitely send that to CBCS to see if that was authentic or not. Put these books. And I got quite a few books that I had signed at conventions and stuff. Battle Chasers #1, variant cover, signed by Joe Madureira, which was really great. I actually got him to sign the hardcover also. And this Fathom #12, signed by Michael Turner. God rest his soul. That was pretty awesome also. And just got a ton of books from cross-gen from back in the days. But what do you guys think? I don't really have a preference. And this one book, I'm definitely sending this to CGC because it's perfect. If any book was going to get a 10, it would be that. And that's by The Pro by Garth Ennis and Amanda Connor. It's a prostitute that has superpowers. It was just hilarious. And this was like some special Comic-Con edition that I got. And the book is perfect. Book is perfect, man. Definitely would want that. I have these 3 books that I wanted to get signed by Milestone Media. We got Blood Syndicate. Whoops, got my books back and forth. Got Static. And all of these are still in a poly bag, super mint. And of course, I got Icon. Symbol looks like a pacifier, doesn't it? And I got a couple of oldies. Yeah, I definitely wanted some to get slabbed. Got this Jungle Action Black Panther #19, where he fights the Klan. That's definitely worthy of getting slabbed. And me personally, I don't like to have nothing graded that I don't have 2 of, not unless it's like a key or something, and I don't have a lot of key books and stuff. It's Doc Savage. That would probably be like a 6.5 or something like that, but I would definitely want to get that signed. That's Spider-Woman #1. It ain't perfect, but it's mine, right? She-Hulk #1. What's that? That's almost perfect right there. That's at least an 8.5 or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know nothing about these grades. I ain't gonna show that. That's whack. In the Shadow. Mama's Old School #1. Yeah. That's in good condition too. Got some powder or something on it. That's a nice book. And then I got some stuff that most people be like, why would you get that stuff graded? You know, obviously, you know, I'm an Image guy. I was brought up back in the day with that. Got a ton of Wildcats that I would love to get signed. Got a Tribe #1 by Larry Stroman. And that's just a really nice looking book right there. Definitely want my Backlash slabbed. And even though the books aren't worth a lot, I guess, you know what I'm saying? You know, to each his own when it comes to having your book slabbed and all of that stuff. And I do have a Wildcats #1 that's signed, but it's busted up. That book is in bad shape. So I got another one, and this is near mint. I don't know. I don't do conventions much. Savage Dragon #1, Volume 2, and Savage Dragon #1, Volume 1. And that's a little ticky, but like I said, to each his own, right? So I would very much like it. Ooh, a variant. Divine Right #1. It's a nice little variant right there. That's super mint. Well, I guess I blew that, right? Come on in. All right, my bad. Small hiccup there. Y'all, please excuse me. But we have some real personal favorites that definitely need to be slabbed. Long Shot #1 by Arthur Adams. That's that's a nice, great little joint right there. Got first X-Men by Jim Lee. His interiors, the first time he did the interiors for that. That's Uncanny X-Men 248. And a nice little fan favorite of mine that many people don't know about. Blade of the Immortal #1, Criminal. Yeah, some of that Japanese manga goodness right there. That was repurposed for Dark Horse Comics in a regular size comic book. Let us see. Oh, look at this. We got something probably ain't nobody even thinking about. The Max #1 by Sam Keith. And that is near mint? Minus? Maybe? Y'all know about all this grading stuff. What Works #1 by Wills Patachio. And we got this book right here. Oh man, this is fresh too. John Byrne's Next Men #1. And like I said, a lot of these books ain't worth nothing on a regular, but they're worth something to me. What do you guys think? Young Justice #1, the director's cut. This book was fire back in the days. Really, really awesome. And then I just got like some real hardcore like art buys that even make Reggie Simmons envious. Got the Superman Unchained, the San Diego Comic-Con variant by Scott Snyder and Jim Lee. Can't go wrong with that. And I got Spider-Man 1/798. That is the Texas Children's Hospital variant. I would love to have that slabbed. That's very nice. And for charity, right? Can't go wrong with that. Then we got this Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man #1, the Mary Jane Deadpool variant by Art Germ. Very nice. Very, very nice. Ow, that hurt. Not me, but the book. Another amazing Spider-Man. I don't know which number this is, but it is the Unknown Comics Virgin variant. And that's pristine right there. Gambit would say it don't get no better than that, eh, homie? And of course, I got my Justice League #10. It'd be real nice to have Jim Lee sign it right there. Boom. That would be dope. And I got this Spider-Man 800. Probably the only one that I would get graded. I think this is the Tyler Kirkman variant. Right there with the symbiote bleeding out with the red suit underneath. Funky fresh. Then I have two books that are very personal to me, really, that I would want slabbed. And I got I never had this comic. I had the original, and I had the Thor variant, but Civil War #3, the Iron Spider Michael Turner variant. Like I said, I don't know about grading and all of that, but that's close to a 9 right there. Maybe, just eyeballing it. Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty right there. And I got a Thanos Quest #1, but I got that like locked up, like double bagged. You can't even see the cover. And one book that nobody is probably even talking about, very new book, by Sanford Green and his crew, The Bitterroot #1, and that is the Akira homage cover. I bought 2 of those, so I definitely want one of those slabbed. And you know, my #1 book that I would have slabbed, and actually labeled it. This book right here. It's The Walking Dead #1. And I was going to send this in like a week ago, but I had spoke to a couple of people, and this book is expensive. I don't have no expensive comic books. This book is expensive. And I'm just like, how do you insure a book that's worth over $1,000? It's insane. But hope you guys like my little couple of books that I showed or whatever. You know what I mean? And if you can help me out, let me know. PGX, CGC, or whoever. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? What do you think I should get slabbed? There's a lot of books that I didn't show that I also do want slabbed. But thank you for enduring this with chalkboard nails and all of that other type of stuff. I know I have no idea what I'm doing, no idea what I'm talking about. But thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe it. And leave some comments, please, so I can try to get some of these books graded. Until then, I will see you the next bat time at the same bat channel or something like that. Peace.